Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Tamika Waldron. I'm your host on KAISO Korner today, and we have the man of the hour, Mr. Winston Gypsy Peters, here with us at his home in Mayaro. Mr. Peters, how are you today?
I'm very well, thanks. Good evening, and thank you for coming to Mayaro. Welcome to our beautiful Mayaro.
Thank you very much. So you're born in Mayaro, Mr. Peters?
I'm Mayaro, born and raised.
Born and raised in Mayaro. And how has that been for you?
Great. It has been very, very, very good.
Okay. Okay, so one of the questions I'd like to ask you is how or when did you get the name Gypsy?
I actually got the name Gypsy since I was born.
Oh, really?
Yeah, the fact is that, you know, they call me Gypsy because my grandparents and I guess my parents didn't know exactly what hyperactive meant. So the colloquial name for hyperactive is Gypsy. God, they say you're a gypsy person, meaning I can't stay one place. I'm always, you know, somewhere. I'm always fidgeting. I always active and what have you.
Right.
So, and I grew up to be that kind of man as well. So I was a very hyperactive child.
Active, you're very active.
Very hyperactive.
Okay. Okay, Gypsy. At what age did you start your musical career and what inspired you to do so?
Well, I started singing when I was 4 years old. When I was 4 years old, I wrote my first song at 4 years old, and I performed my first song at 4 years old, right here in Mayaro at the Village Hall. There's a man named Mr. Shovington, God rest his soul, and Mr. Shovington come and ask my grandparents to take me to the Village Hall to sing in something that he was having, because I was a real brazen 4-year-old. I may not have been your regular 4-year-old, you know. I was one of them 4-year-old who was very active, like I said.
Gypsy.
Yes. And Mr. Shovington saw that in me, and he took me to the Mayaro Village Hall in a competition, which I sang and won, by the way.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You
yes.
sang at 4 years old?
At 4 years old. I wrote my own song. It wasn't a song that had anything really big to it, but it was my song. The song was Teresa was mad here in Trinidad. She went to BG, she danced with a frying monkey. She went to Tobago, she danced with a male kobo. Now she eating some big rat like a garapat. Now, these are just things that I hear people say, eh?
Right.
So I guess I just put it together.
At 4 years old, that was awesome. That was very awesome.
And I've been writing my own song ever since.
Ever since?
Yes.
Okay. I'm very talented. You're a very talented man. I've grown to see you perform over the years.
Yes.
I've seen you on television. I've seen you while growing up performing at the March Gras in 1997. You won the calypsonian with Little Black Boy. That was a beautiful song, and it touched so many lives and the hearts of so many. What inspired you to write that song?
Well, I wrote Little Black Boy because of the circumstances. It's almost self-explanatory. I'm a black person. I'm a black boy myself, and when you look around today, and you see the plight of the young black men in particular, I think that they needed somebody to say something to them that would help them in some way to realize that we can take a different course in our lives and we can do things in a little different way to make it better. And I thought that, just like advertisement, you know, you do advertisement because you want to sell a product.
Yes.
Well, it's the same thing. I try to sell that kind of thought wave to them. So Little Black Boy, go to school and learn, you know, show some concern, think about your race. The black race is a proud one. Don't care what nobody say to you, you know. You know, education is the key that can get you off the streets and off poverty. And ask me, I can tell you. Because I was born here in Mayaro, and I grew up picking up coconuts, catching crab, selling bottles, you know, and agriculture. Well, I still hold on to the agriculture regardless of what I've become, because I actually love planting stuff. I love agriculture. I love it. So I still do that. But the other things I've been able to, because of education, of course, I have been able to relinquish those. Now if I catch crab, it's because I want to. And if I pick up bottles, it's in my own place. You know, that kind of thing. So,
I understand.
But, you know, but that is what the whole thing is about. It's about trying to get them to understand that there's much more to life than what we are doing to ourselves. And that's what Little Black Boy is all about.
It was a beautiful song.
It is.
It has touched the lives of many, and it has gone on throughout the years.
Yes.
From generation to generation. A lot of people have grown to know the song. So it is one of those songs.
A lot of people still request it from me. It still helps me to make a living. I still perform it wherever I go. I perform it to white audiences. Because believe it or not, we have white people in the world who are exactly like our black people. They're in the vast minority within their own, you know, existence, but they are like that nonetheless. So I still perform Little Black Boy wherever I go. People request it. So I perform Little Black Boy. I've sung quite a bit of songs like Joe's, sung Idle Company. I have quite a few songs that you know, that is dedicated to trying to help young black people in particular.
In this world today.
Help everybody, you know.
Yes.
But young black people in particular. Other people listen to your song too, and strange enough, some of them have the same experience.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back on KAISO Corner.
How to write, he never study about that. All he study was his speakers, his sneakers and clothes. He learned how to dress, he learned how to pose. Now he can't get no work, he can't get no job. He decide to steal and he decide to rob. But Little Black Boy couldn't last long at all. The police put a bullet through his Don's head skull. Little Black.
Don't let the COVID-19 restrictions dampen your celebration. Let Wave stream your event live. Weddings, sports events, talk shows, any event done virtually in HD quality. Let friends and family outside of Trinidad and Tobago bid your loved ones goodbye as we stream your funeral live on social media. Call 294-1105 or 686-1419 for more info.
Surpassed, and in her day she sailed majestically. There were few in her class. Faithfully she fulfilled her sailor's need. Some were overpowered by greed, and so they pilfered slow. Some took by bulk and go. Now she looked dull, she's at a lull. She could barely sit on her hull. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough, oh yes. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. Whoa, whoa.
And we're back here on KAISO Corner, ladies and gentlemen. I am Tamika Waldron, your host, with Mr. Winston Gypsy Peters. Welcome back, Mr. Peters.
You're welcome. Thank you.
So we have been talking about your calypso career. For those of you who missed it, we spoke about him being brought up in Mayaro, and also his song Little Black Boy, him winning the Calypso Monarch in 1997. So I'd like to ask you, what are some of your challenges as a calypsonian?
You know, let me be honest and say that I have really never had any challenges as a calypsonian. And that might sound strange to a lot of people, but the hardest challenge that I have was in America, when I tried to do other things. Not as a calypsonian, but as an entertainer, you know. I wanted to get into things, different things. And those were the hardest things to do. But the calypso had opened the door for me to do them. And as a calypsonian, I've never really had any problems. I was very lucky. The first song that I ever sang as an adult was a hit song. I did a song called Forkane as a recorded song, and that was big. Then I had a couple of other songs that were huge successes for me. So I really never, I can't say that as a calypsonian I had any real challenge in breaking through. I guess the people who were before me made all the breakthroughs for me. And then my talent just helped me to do the rest. But I've never had any challenges. Like, I went to the Calypso tent at a young age, and the first day I went on a Calypso tent stage, I have never been off the stage unless I choose to be off. I hear calypsonians talking about they sitting down on the bench and they could not go on and they couldn't. I had never had those kind of challenges. When I came to town, in the days when people were we were still getting $20 and $25 a week, I was getting exactly that and even more. So
for your talent.
Yes, so I guess you could say I was lucky.
You were, or blessed.
Well, blessed, lucky, and talented.
Yes, you were.
And I've never been left out of a calypso program in a calypso tent. I've been to the semifinals. I mean, the only person that must have been to the semifinal more than me is Chalk Dust, and that is questionable. I've been to the finals. I mean, more time than most calypsonians have been even singing longer than I have.
So you've had a wonderful calypso career.
Yeah, I have a wonderful entertaining career. I'm an entertainer. I'm a calypsonian by choice, but I'm an entertainer by profession.
Because it's your passion.
It is my passion, and that's what I do, and that's what I was born to do. Really, anything else that I have done is my civic duty and peripheral to my entertainment career, because I am an entertainer. That's what I do.
Okay, so what are some of your most memorable moments as a musician, a calypsonian?
Well, I have had many memorable moments, you know. One of the highlights is, of course, most calypsonians and most people who are involved in the calypso art form aspire to win the Calypso Monarch, and I have done that. I am an extempo artist, and I have won that more times than anybody else.
Which is true.
Yeah, I have. I mean, so I've had a lot of memorable moments. I'm having a memorable moment right this minute that is really good for me, because one of the songs that I wrote, The Sinking Ship, is right now playing a role in the American election.
So I've seen it.
So,
I have seen it.
So it is. I mean, I am fortunate.
You are.
I am fortunate. I've had many memorable moments with my songs. My songs have been performed by different artists in the world. It has been performed by myself all over the world. I had an opportunity to go to places that people only dream about. So I have had a real dream run, you know.
Can you extempo the Captain Your Ship is Sinking for us?
Well, I don't have to extempo it. That's a written song.
Well,
yes, but it's the Trinidad. A luxury liner sailing the Caribbean Sea with an old captain named Eric Williams. For years sailed smooth and free, but sadly Eric Williams passed away. The ship hit rough water that day, someone turned the bridge over to a captain named Chambers. My blood crawl, things start to fall. Hold me head when I sail a ball with a ball in. Captain, the ship is sinking. Captain, the seas are rough. We gas tank almost empty, no electricity. We oil pressure reading low. Shall we abandon ship, or shall we stay on it and perish slow? We don't know, we don't know. Captain, you tell me what to do. We don't know, we don't know. In America, they're using my song. They are trying to use it to bring Trump down. They're doing it. It's not a real shame. All they did with the song is change the name. And they're doing it properly. And that mean a lot to me. Now we have to wait and see what it do to that country. The blood will crawl. If Trump will fall, some will dance in the street and all cause they're singing, Captain, Mr. Trump, your ship is sinking. Captain, Captain Trump, the seas are rough. Even Corona against you, sir. Well, what would you do again? Look like Trump in real pain. He must be going insane when they're balling. Trumpy, your ship is sinking. Trumpy, America war. That was just funny.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back with more right here on KAISO Korner.
The Trinidad in her day of sailing, she was a friend to one and all. She never once ever hesitated to answer all SOS calls. And yes, well, she always did her best to help all those in distress. Now it's so sad to see she's in difficulties. Though she helped cheer, some of them cheer and sarcastically declare, Captain.
Listen to me, what I have to say. Tonight is Saturday morning.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to KAISO Korner. My name is Tamika Waldron, and I'm here with Winston Gypsy Peters. Mr. Peters, we have been chatting a bit. You have sung for me, and we've spoken about your musical career, Little Black Boy, Captain, Your Ship is Sinking. It has been used in Trump's in the
American
campaign for Trump
against Trump to bring Trump
yes.
down. Yes.
And I would really like to say that your music has gotten very far. It has reached a lot of people worldwide.
Yes.
It is not just in Trinidad and Tobago or the Caribbean. It has gotten worldwide, and you're known to a lot of people out there. You've touched the hearts of many. You have reached the homes of many.
And I'm not finished, by the way.
Carry on.
I'm not finished because I am writing songs. And you know, like I was on a frequency sometime the other day and they was telling me that calypsonian's going to see trouble now because we're not having any carnival next year. And I'm saying, why would calypsonians see trouble? Nobody's preventing the calypsonian from writing songs like you're accustomed doing and sing. Exactly. It gives you an opportunity now to divorce yourselves from the idea that our calypso should be only sung for carnival.
Right.
So I don't see that as a downside. I see it as an upside for calypsonians to diversify yourself. But if you want to just sing about Pandey and Rowley and Kamla and whoever, well then you have to wait. But if you want to be innovative, creative and use your God-given talent to write songs and sing about every and anything, the world is a big place. And you can sing songs that would reach the world.
And that is what you have done thus far, and it is something that has always been a part of our culture. We have youths growing up from small and they are singing their calypso.
Of course.
They are winning.
Of course.
You know, they're entering the school calypso competitions, they're entering all genres, I should say.
Yes. And this is the thing about calypso. Calypso should not be, you know, pinholed into any festival or any one festivity that you have to have.
It
that
shouldn't be
in
seasonal.
order to, no, you can sing it. It is not. It is the calypsonian themselves that make it that way.
It's music.
Nothing is preventing you from singing your song now. From singing about anything. We have world events right now that are waiting to be sung on. Write songs, write and sing. What's your problem? Calypso is your preferred genre? Then go ahead and sing. Then go ahead and sing calypso. Don't wait for carnival. Suppose carnival never come again. That mean you are retired from singing? Well, the short answer to that should be no.
Music is a beautiful thing.
It's the best
I believe
thing.
It's a beautiful thing, and it
So
speaks volumes. It
So
touches many lives in so many different ways.
Yeah.
So
if there is such a thing as coming back here, I want to come back exactly doing what I'm doing. Not changing a thing. I want to do exactly what I'm doing. I'm singing, I'm involved in politics. All of them is helping humanity. All of them is helping people to survive, helping people that might be less fortunate than yourself to do things, helping them in ways that they would not be helped before.
Normally,
people don't understand how much a song helps people, you know. Songs help. When you listen to a well-written song about certain things, it widens your scope of thinking about that same particular thing that you yourself couldn't think about. But when you hear a well-written song about that thing, you start to think, but wow, I wasn't thinking about that all the time. But you know, this is, and I think that's why God gives people like us the talent to do that, and we must use it.
because it's like telling a story.
Yeah,
And
it is.
within singing the song, you allow the listeners to read into that and see or visualize that story.
That is why I try to write the type of songs that I write and sing the type of songs that I sing. It is not to say that I would not sing songs that is purely for entertainment purposes. Of course I'll do that. Of course you have to do that as an entertainer. But in the main, I'm a social commentator. And because of that, I write social commentaries. And that is pertaining to human beings, not just Trinidadians or Tobagonians or Jamaicans or anything.
It's to everyone.
If I want to write a song about Trinidad that is specific to Trinidad, then I will do that.
Right.
But in the main, when I write songs that could be sung anywhere in the world, because the human experience is exactly that. The human experience is not isolated to Trinidad and Tobago at all. So the human experience should be captured in your writings. And that's what I seek to do. David Rodden, he does the same, except when, like I said, if you want to sing a song about Trinidad, then we do that.
Right.
But in the main, we want to sing a song. You sing a song that anybody could put it on any part of the world and understand what you're saying you know. Who knew that these people were listening to my song and understanding the connotation of the sinking ship in order to do it now. they understand, and that's why they're using it for basically the same purpose that it was used here for. Yes. And it is used throughout the Caribbean in all the elections. It is for that same purpose. So, you know, write songs and sing songs and do the things that God give you the talent to do.
Tell your story, share your stories.
Tell yours, and not just your story, tell your story, tell the people's story.
And tell history.
Yes, and put history in its perspective. And that's what we do as calypsonian, real calypsonian, I'm talking about, you know, not just people who play this singing a song and try to sing a song. Because it have real everything, and it have people who try to do that. Always, it will always have that. It have people like Sparrow. He wasn't born to do anything else. Kitchener wasn't born to do anything else. That's what they came here for. Everyone they came here exactly for that. Bob Marley came here to do exactly what he did and left. That is what you're born for. I am here to do exactly what I'm doing. That's what I was born for. That's my purpose.
What or which one of your songs would you say you hold dearest to your heart?
I wrote a song called Yesterday's Children.
Yesterday's Children.
Yesterday's Children. You ever heard it?
No, I haven't.
With trembling feet and stick she stand, her blurred eyesight gaze on this line she's slave for. She feels the pains of yesterday, the memories time can't take away, yet only time and time alone can ease her. And to those for whom she slaved, now deems her a liability, and we think that she has long outlived her usefulness to society. But think carefully, just how could that be? We should remember yesterday's children. Yesterday's children. They took the strain, they felt the pain, they made the mold that shape our world. They are yesterday's children. Yesterday's children. So we must be careful. Be careful with what we do. Cause when tomorrow comes, if we are lucky, we may become yesterday's children too. And it's one of those songs that is very profound. Because when I wrote that song, I was a young man. And today I'm a child of yesterday. As indeed, if you live long enough, you would become that to the children of the day when you are my age. So the thing about it is that these are profound thoughts of expressions. These are realistic, and that's the kind of song that I write. And to me, that's the song. That's one of the songs that I like the best. That's one of my personal songs. Mm-hmm. I wrote that song for my grandmother.
Oh,
yeah,
that's beautiful.
Yeah, it was because of her I wrote that song.
Oh. Well, you've known to be the ex-tempo king. Throughout the years, you have had extempo wars, which we have people like Black Sage, Lingo, Lady Africa, just to name a few. Many extempo wars.
Myron B.
And you are, in fact, legendary.
Well, I thank you.
You are one of the best calypsonians we've seen so far. There are many, yes, but you are one of the best. Can you extempo a little something about the budget for us?
Well, as everybody knows, the budget would be read tomorrow. Some will cry and some will laugh. Some want to tear the country in half. But the way that I see, that's not how it should be. Because the government is making a pretty good budget to read for we. I know it is not a shame. We must know life today is not the same as it was yesterday. So when the budget is passed, we should say at last, the government and the people have come a long way. That is what we would have to say. The government and the people have come a long way.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the ex-tempo king himself, Mr. Winston Gypsy Peters. It has been a pleasure having you here with us today on KAISO Corner. Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Tamika Waldron. I'm your host. See you next time right here on KAISO Corner.
I'm telling you, listen, Africa, well, I find you taking a joke too far. You come in here and sounding so terrible, telling people that how you invisible. I telling you, well, that's a problem. You must be invisible to lingo and them. But looking at you, a girl is red class, look like I look at you a magnifying glass.